Alright, today we are working on a Bosch boiler. I've got the power off on it right now, but it was flushing a E9 code, E Edward 9 there, which indicates in most cases the heat exchanger's too hot. What I'm thinking right now is there's 6 zones. There's a circulator pump, pressure reducing valve, tank, and I'm actually bleeding all the zones. I'm on zone number 3 right now. I didn't think about recording until I was halfway through. Anyhow, what I'm figuring is there's probably air in the lines, and so the circulator pump is... Now, the circulator pump is making a noise. I'm hoping this quiets the noise in the circulator pump down also. But I'm hoping it's just air in the circuits. I have got a little bit out of the 3 that I've bled so far, or the 2 that I bled and the 1 I'm on now. So, anyways, we're going to get all 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to get all 6 bled and turn it back on and see what happens. Alright, I've got all 6 circuits bled. This is actually the loop. It goes into the boiler and back out. So I'm going to bleed it too, just for good measure. It's the lowest point of the system, so you usually don't have to worry about air, but why not bleed it since we got the hose out? So you know what we're doing, of course, is there's the pressure reducing valve sending water in through this 1/2-inch pipe and sending it through the main loop here, and of course then it has to come down here because it can't, you know, it can't go to that valve, so it has to go down through here into the boiler, back out of the boiler, and if there's any air, it has to come out at the boiler drain here. And that's the same way it works with those circuits I was showing you earlier. If you close the valves, see there's a valve right underneath of each circuit boiler drain, so if you close that, then the water has to go through all the radiators and out there, as opposed to, you know, going through the main line here and up. Okay, everything is bled. We're going to turn the power on. This is the power. Powers your zone valves and your thermostats. So we'll turn it on first. You can hear them opening up. And then, of course, over here on the wall is the actual boiler power. So we'll turn it on. Walk over here to the boiler. The E9 code is gone. I actually reset that when I first got here, and I didn't video any of it. So the water inside the boiler, 84 degrees right now, and it should start to fire up here. I think it's got a pre-purge it's got to go through. Okay, the circulator pump is running. As you can see, the temperature in the boiler is cooled down because, you know, now it's pumping that cold water through the boiler. But the boiler is lit, and so it should start going back up. It's got this is a good size house. It's probably 4,000 square feet maybe. To me, that's a good size house anyhow. So, and all the water in the radiators are cold now because I flushed them all, bled them all. So, you know, it's going to take a while for that temperature to go up. And but it should go on up here in just a little bit. Stay tuned. Something else I want to show you. If you Google Bosch boilers online, you know, these things are all over Europe, all the foreign countries. This is your pressure gauge. I don't know how good you can see that. I can't see it worth a hoot on the screen, but maybe it's time for a new phone. This thing, if you Google it online and you look at the European boilers, it's all in bar. I, until now, had no idea what bar was. I mean, I knew it was a form of pressure measurement, but apparently 1 bar is close to around 15 psi, which is about, you know, what most boilers around here, hot water boilers that is, what they run at. So I guess if you're working on a European boiler, you get that pressure around 1 bar, or anywhere in the green apparently is good, and if it gets above the green, of course it's going to pop the pop-off valve, which is under there. I know you guys can't hear it. When I got here, I don't have it on video, but when I got here, this pump was grinding. I mean, it really did sound horrible, and I know that sound didn't translate well on video anyhow, but right now it's nice and quiet, like it should be. You know, it's just as smooth sounding as can be. So I think air was probably the issue. And so talking to the homeowner, they've lived here 4 years and haven't done anything to it. You know, it's been my experience that you ought to service a boiler every year and bleed the air out of the lines, if nothing else. You know, of course, clean burners, flame sensors. If it's oil, you know, do the oil stuff. But I really think that's going to fix this boiler. It's not flashing a code now. It's up to 96 degrees. I'm going to sit here and watch it till it gets on up there to, you know, whatever, 160, 180 degrees. You know, whatever. I really don't know what it said at. I'm going to have to read the book, because this is my first Bosch boiler. You know, it's my guinea pig boiler today. So it's raining outside. I don't have anywhere else to be today. So I'm probably just going to sit here and read the book and learn about this thing. You guys that know about them are welcome to comment and give me any information you'd like to give me. That'd be great. Don't know how many more of these I'll ever see in my lifetime, but, you know, I like to learn. I like to learn new things for sure. Okay, so as I was sitting here waiting on it, I heard the inducer motor, or the motor that's inside the burner combustion motor. I heard it ramp up, start running faster. So I'm assuming this thing kicked into high fire. The water temperature is increasing rapidly. It was running around 110 degrees, and that was maybe 30 seconds ago. Once that motor kicked up, the temperature started rising. So I guess I'm going to sit here and watch it some more, but I guess like I say, it just kicked into a higher firing rate, and you know, the numbers are going up a lot higher, a lot quicker. Okay, one last thing. You know, the temperature went up fairly quick. You know, it got to 164 in about 5 minutes after it kicked into the high fire. But it just kind of leveled off there, and probably we do have good hot water on the return line here. I don't have a temperature probe on it, but it's hot enough where you can't hold it. So it is circulating. This is a big house. I'm not sure what the water temperature in this boiler is supposed to be. Around 180 is what I like to see. But because the boiler's been off for several days and it's cold, and we'll put a lot of cold water in the system, and the room's themselves are cold. We're just gonna not go any further right now. It's leveled off at 164 degrees, so it is heating, circulating, no more error codes. I'm really impressed with the sound of that pump, the no sound of that pump, because it's quiet now, and it was loud. Like I said, when I first got here, I thought maybe we were gonna have to replace it because it really sounded like it was grinding inside. So anyways, thank you for watching. Like, share, and comment, please. Thanks.